Welcome to Business Focus, produced by the Greater Reston Chamber of Commerce. My name is Angela Inzerillo with Impact Business Solutions, and I'm privileged to be your host as we highlight the great work our local businesses are doing. Welcome to May. First up, Mr. Charles Kapur, the President and CEO of the Reston Chamber, here today to talk to us about their upcoming awards for Chamber Excellence. Next, Mr. Steve Parker, my good friend with the Harraseeket Foundation, here to share what he's doing with his organization and how they're helping high school students imagine their future. And last but certainly not least, the lovely Miss Brittany Brom, the owner of the Dry Bar at the Reston Town Center. Let's go meet them. So please welcome my first guest, the President and CEO of the Greater Reston Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Charles Kapur. Charles, how are you?
Doing great, Angela. Glad to be back on Business Focus. Thanks for letting me back on.
I know it's been a couple of months. Well, it's great to see your face. We've got so much going on at the Chamber. I thought this would be an opportune time to share, particularly about the ACE Awards that's coming up in June, of course, our big signature event, Changing of the Guard Awards, and then a couple of other fun things because, you know, people, we don't slow down over the summer here at the Chamber.
We do not. It's forward, full speed ahead, keeping up with all of you great business leaders out there. We got to keep pace with you all.
Exactly. It's hard. Yeah. So let's talk, for those that don't know about the awards for Chamber Excellence / ACE. Why don't you share what it is at a high level?
Absolutely. Well, at a high level, it is our Small Business Awards, the awards for Chamber Excellence. It is our opportunity to thank and recognize those that have made the past year such a phenomenal success at the Greater Reston Chamber. We have 10 different awards, and we award organizations and individual members in a variety of different categories for all of their volunteer work here at the Chamber, as well as recognition by their peer group, because these nominations are submitted by other Chamber members. So for those organizations that just run really quality businesses and are recognized by their peer group, they're eligible for an ACE Award.
Yeah. So the process is people submit the nominations. Is that how it works, fellow members?
Absolutely. We ask our membership to take a look at the various categories, and they can vote for themselves. But if they recognize a fellow Chamber member that they know is deserving of recognition and honor, they submit those ballots. We've been culling those applications and submissions for the last few months, and recently convened our ACE nominating selection committee, have determined the winners, and we will unveil them at this year's ACE Awards on June 8th.
Yeah, so it's a little bit earlier this year, but we're really excited to be hosting it at the Reston Community Center.
Absolutely. Great partners of us, great community institution. If you were here for our annual holiday party, Jingle Mingle, you know, it's a great facility, and we're so pleased to be back for the ACE Awards.
Yeah, it is a luncheon. So what does the day look like?
So the day is, we're going to, not only are we going to recognize our ACE winners, it's also the opportunity for us to recognize changing of the guard with our leadership. We recognize the members of our board of directors who are concluding their final years of service and are retiring from the board. We're also going to recognize the newly elected directors elected by the general membership of the Greater Reston Chamber, as well as changing of the guard at the very top of the leaderboard with the recognition of our new chairman of the board of directors, who just happens to be the host of Business Focus.
Chairwoman, as they say. Yes.
I'm working on that crown, Angela.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, for those of you that keep up with the coronation and what's happening over in the UK, I just felt it very appropriate to have something similar here in honor, of course, of the king. You know, it wouldn't be about me, of course, Charles.
Absolutely. It's just being contemporary is exactly what we're doing. That's what we're all about.
Yeah, no, I'm thrilled. We've got a great board. And I just love the process. It's an absolute honor just to get nominated. To win is a bonus, of course, to be on the board and to be part of the leadership. Again, a great honor.
Yeah, you said that right. I mean, every person who is nominated, they were nominated by somebody else who recognized them for what they do. And that's very, very powerful, very, very meaningful. So yes, it's absolutely, it holds true that it is an honor to be an ACE nominee. We're looking forward to celebrating everyone on June 8th.
Yeah, so we'll have that new board list up soon after. I guess the
Yes.
official changing of the guard. So if anyone wants to reach out to the board or look again, we're all hands on. So everybody contributes in many different ways, but it's going to be a great year. I'm really excited. So yeah.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
with regards to ACE, that's just one big event. Maybe a couple of other things that are happening. Again, Chamber never slows down.
Like you said, I mean, I know the kids are going on summer vacation soon, but the rest of us working throughout the summer. We've got great networking events. The fourth Tuesday of every month during the summer is our networking nights, variety of great locations, and the second Wednesday morning of every month in our office, Chamber 101. It's where you can find out all of the great things that we're doing at the Chamber. In our office, it's a free event, definitely a great networking opportunity. So, Chamber 101 Wednesday morning, networking night on a Tuesday evening. You got your summer all figured out.
Yeah, if you're interested in even learning more about the chamber, or you're already a member and maybe folks in your organization are looking to learn more how to get involved, how to get engaged, Chamber 101 is a perfect opportunity. Plus, it's a perfect opportunity to network too. So you get a lot of the ambassadors, existing members, all the staff is there. So yeah, Wednesday morning, the second Wednesday morning at 8:30 at the chamber, another great thing. So yeah, you'll be doing that throughout the summer, which is great. Of course, we've got some great lineups for our fourth Tuesday of the month, and Net Night. Everyone loves Net Night. So we've got Fogos in May, right?
Fogo to show at the Reston Town Center in May. Our friends at the CST Group CPAs, their rooftop net night.
Love
in
it.
June, and then our friends at Northwest Federal Credit Union
Right,
in July, and then we will be at Trails Edge at Hunter's Woods in August.
Wow, we are lined up. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my gosh, this is great. Well, Charles, always great to see you. What is the website address for the ACE? So if people want, is there still opportunity to sponsor?
Sponsorship opportunities, individual tickets, Thursday, June 8th. Go to RestonAceAwards.org for all the details.
Perfect. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for the acknowledgement. I look forward to my crown and sash. Did you see I just threw that in? No,
I saw that. Yes. Oh, the sash. All right. Let me get back to work.
Kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, my friend. Great to see you. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Angela.
So for my next guest, please welcome Mr. Steve Parker, co-founder and executive director of the Harraseeket Foundation. My friend Steve, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
How are you?
I'm good. Really happy that you invited me to this.
Well, I'm excited to be here. Everyone needs to know what you're doing. You're doing great things, and we need to share them with as many people as possible. So let's get into it. I always like to understand how people do what they do. And you're a recovering attorney, right? So
Right.
How does a recovery attorney
Tell
me a little bit about you, a little bit about your background and kind of how you started the foundation before we get into what you do.
Sure. Yeah. Three of us started several years ago as a nonprofit because we believe young people often just make poor life decisions, people like me, because of limited information and perspective. Their decisions about things like career, lifestyles, what schools to pick, all the things that, make up your life choices.
Yeah.
And we make them based on what's expected of us, often peer pressure, cluelessness, limited view of our future. And we get plenty of advice, right? Parents, friends, teachers, bosses, but it tends to be kind of agenda driven and very limited. So, and it's also just telling you what to do rather than just listening and guiding in a non-judgmental way. So that was my journey and journey of my co-founders. In high school, I thought about ministry, actually, a little different from law. Never talked to a minister, didn't try ministry workplace. College, went to law school because my friends went to law school. Never talked with a lawyer, didn't try any law work. So I ended up in a large DC law firm for 32 years, same firm.
Wow.
Yeah, not bad. Doesn't happen anymore. I like to say I backed into my career. And I really suffered from that choice for a long time. And then I was mentored in a small supportive community when I was in my 40s, I think. And it really changed how I practiced law and how I used my skills. And it turned my career choice into something I think I did pretty well. And I was really proud of it. So I retired at 58. I wanted to support community mentoring through Harraseeket. And I wanted to encourage communities to do what my community did for me. So that's my story.
Well, that's an awesome story. Let's get into it. So what is the mission of the organization?
So we encourage and support communities that want to mentor young people. That's simple.
Yep.
The expression we use is we help young people imagine their future and act on what they imagine. So we support faith communities, secular communities that run mentoring programs. And our mission is to make it easier for them to do that. So we don't run the program itself. We support communities that do that. And some communities mentor their own young people, their own students and young adults. Some want to support underserved young people, people who aren't members of their community. We started doing that a few years ago when we supported a community helping underserved students in Arlington at Wakefield High School with a work-based program with mentoring. We got great feedback. So now we're expanding into Fairfax County. So our mission is expanding.
It really is. And I mean, if you had to really kind of pinpoint a problem that you solve, like what would you say that core problem is?
Well, with this new work-based mentoring program, we're spending a lot of time, obviously, with high school students, great teachers, dedicated administrators, a lot of area employers, as you know. And what we're hearing consistently is students are facing real challenges in preparing for life after high school.
Yeah.
Particularly coming out of the pandemic. And I don't think it's an overstatement to call what's happening right now a crisis. And there's a lot of things going on in that. Students are disengaged from schools, a lot of students. They don't have the tools, they don't have confidence, they don't have the guidance they need. One of our folks likes to say they don't have plans for productive and meaningful work, kind of the cluelessness that I had, but multiple.
Like you said, they're not exposed to it, right?
Well, that's true. That's true. And
you don't know what you don't know. I mean, and in high school, you're right. We're just following what our friends are doing or teachers are telling us to do.
And teachers are great, and guidance counselors are great, administrators are great. They're overwhelmed. I mean, they just, guidance counselors are in the schools teaching now. It's gotten worse. Staffing shortages are a disaster. And then we haven't talked about student mental health challenges and loneliness, isolation, disengagement. And so the concept of absorbing a future and planning it is just really, really hard for them. So they don't have a clue about plans, a lot of them, for developing what we call productive, rewarding, meaningful careers. No one's helping them. So workforce development suffers. You talk to employers. There's real anxiety. Are graduates really coming out with the skills and experience they need? I just saw a McKinsey study, 60%, I think it is, of employers say skill shortage is the leading reason they can't fill vacancies entry level.
It's a real problem. I mean, it's a huge problem. So tell us more about how you're solving it. So more about the programs and who they're designed for.
The good news is that people really want to help. They just don't know how to do it. And so we've developed something called a career pathways program.
Okay.
And we're trying to respond to what we think is missing. And what we're offering is access to trained mentors, one-on-one mentoring, group forums, group discussions, bringing the community in for real-time, real-world training and support. And then the mentors work with the students to help them create individual plans. What is your pathway? What are your opportunities? Assess your skills and your interests. And then we're trying to develop resources that just make it easier for students to connect with that work experiences. So, for example, we're working on a detailed directory of employers, who's willing to offer students different work experiences and make that available to the students, because it's really the bridge is tough. And a program like this is really effective. I mean, we learned this in Arlington County, the students we supported there, and the studies really, really strong. Mentoring and at work makes a huge difference. I mean, just an enormous difference. Student engagement, better school outcomes, confidence level. I mean, the surveys we came back from participants, just incredible confidence, brighter futures, and just feel better about who they are, and obviously more productive and better prepared employees because they're thinking about how to plan for their future. So we're really we're excited about this program, and we know it's going to work.
Well, I know you have a small but mighty team, so
We're working on it.
In the last few seconds that we have, how can people learn more or get in touch with you? I'm sure there's other angles that we can take to look at this, but there's so much opportunity. So how do we tell more people about it, Steve?
So what we want to do is get the word out to for any organization that's interested and is concerned about this problem. We're looking for people to offer work experiences, employers. We need mentors, what we call communities of mentors.
Okay.
We need donations. We need resources to help us, and we need volunteers. And the work experiences can be, white collar businesses, trade or service organizations, government entities, small businesses, nonprofits, anything that an employer is interested in. It could be a field trip. It could be shadowing. It could be participating on a panel or an internship or summer jobs. And then for mentoring, we're interested in doing it through what we call communities of mentors. Okay. So we want to do it within communities. So if you're a member of a community organization, a faith community, a club, an employer, anything you want to do as a group, we find it's more effective because the mentors can support each other. We can train them collectively. They kind of support each other in a mission. And then for donations, we're also providing stipends to the students so they can take unpaid internships. And we're supporting the schools directly with directed contributions to help the staff with their programs. And we're looking for a lot of volunteers in a lot of different ways. So,
well, you're doing great work. That's why I'm so glad to have had you here today. We're gonna, without you having to spell it and put all the information, we'll have it scroll up on the screen. Reach out to Steve, reach out to Harraseeket, and get involved and help these high school students. And thank you, Steve, for what you do. We look forward to working with you.
Angela, thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity.
Great to see you. So please welcome my next guest, Miss Brittany Rom, franchise owner, Dry Bar Reston. Hi, Brittany. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you, Angela, for having me.
My absolute pleasure. I'm so excited to share all about Dry Bar in the Reston Town Center. We can see it behind you. As you can see it, it's behind me, but yours is live. Mine's not. Well, it's good to see you. Hey, listen, before we get started, I just want to learn a little bit about your background. I'm always intrigued how people start their businesses, right? Especially getting into franchise. So I want to share a little bit about your background and how you got started with Dry Bar.
Yeah, so my background really could not be more different than Dry Bar. I worked in telecom for 15 years. So I never drive by a cell tower without admiring it. But like a lot of people, in 2020, I kind of had my Oprah aha moment.
Yeah.
Besides the pandemic, I had a baby in 2020 and we moved from Atlanta to Northern Virginia.
A few things going on.
So just a few things going on that year. And a lot of that, put my life into perspective. And I kind of just did a lot of soul searching and was wondering, is this job really it for me, or is there something more out there for me?
I'm sure you're not alone. A lot of you are out there to listen to what she's saying. Go ahead.
So, I had a lot of heart-to-hearts with my husband about it, with my friends about it. And I kind of wanted to change my entire professional situation altogether. The pandemic moved me into a home office where I didn't get to really be face-to-face with anyone ever. It was very isolating.
Yeah.
And being a new mom, I needed more of a community, and I just wasn't being fulfilled by my work situation. So how I got started with Dry Bar is I have been a customer for about 12 years. It's always been a brand that I have absolutely loved.
Yeah.
And when we lived in Atlanta, it was very prevalent there. I, would go at least once every 2 weeks. And then when we would travel, I would seek out, okay, where's the Dry Bar? How do I get from the hotel to the Dry Bar?
Yeah.
So there was a lot of brand recognition for me. And I knew that in Northern Virginia, people had heard of it, but in the Reston area, maybe not so much, right? So after talking to my family about it, we decided, bringing a dry bar to Northern Virginia makes a lot of sense. I didn't have the background in managing a salon, owning a salon, but with the franchise model, there's so much support there. And it's a really, really great thing for people who want to own a business, but don't know where to start. So the dry bar community has been fantastic. I have a huge network of female business owners that I can reach out to, with a text, and they'll help me in any jam I get into. So it's awesome.
So you've mentioned dry bar 100 times, and there's probably some people out there like, what the heck is a dry bar? So at a high level, tell us about your services and like who they're designed for.
So dry bar is a blowout salon. So no cuts, no color, just blowout. And if you don't know what a blowout is, it's basically we wash your hair, get some great products in your hair, and style it however you like. So I had this style done this morning. We have a huge lookbook that people can check out and see, what styles do they want to play with that day. And aside from just blowouts, we also do like special events, updos, and we can also do hairstyling for little girls as well. So like flower girls and first communions and all of the fun life events.
It's interesting because people are like, oh, you're just getting your hair blown dry. And it's like, oh, it's world changing, right?
It's kind of a religious experience if you've never done it. But so you come into our shop, we always have like chick flicks on TV. Mimosas are flowing,
Very
coffee.
nice.
So it's just a place you can come in, unwind, let us take, doing your hair off your list for you.
Yeah, well, it's a big deal. I mean, it's an absolute big deal. I mean, what are the biggest challenges? The ladies that come in, they've got more challenges than just, hey, wash my hair, right? So what is it much that they're coming in for?
So, a lot of women were part of their weekly routine, whether they want to come in on a Monday and make sure their hair is great for, their board meetings or interviews or whatever they have going on that week. We also have a lot of women who are members who just like to come in on a Saturday or like before date night on Friday night. And what's interesting too is, you forget that washing your hair and styling it is kind of a necessity. And so we've seen that a lot of our clients, have just had shoulder surgery or wrist surgery, and we're really fulfilling an actual need that, it's not like their husband can wash their hair and blow dry it for them. So, we're providing an actual need. So, it's not just a luxury. A lot of women rely on us to kind of get them through the week.
Share a minute about the membership. You said you've got a membership service?
Yeah, we have a membership plan. So, if you think that coming in once a month or twice a month is for you, we have a membership plan that is $45 for one blowout a month and $90 for two. So it's about a $10 discount each blowout you get. And it's a really great value. When you become a member, you see your same stylist pretty much every time. They get to know you and what products you like and how you like your hair parted. So it's not just a in-out rush job kind of thing. You really get like a personal touch to it. And it
lasts for like a week. So you might have to do your hair like one other time, but that's extra brilliant.
Exactly. Yeah. Depending on how much you work out and stuff like that. But a lot of members and clients see that it lasts about a week. So.
Well, I think it's a great service, and I'm so excited for people to come see you. So why don't you give like a quick shout out? Why'd you join the chamber?
So I joined the chamber, I actually joined about 2 months before we opened.
Oh, smart. Yeah.
And I joined mainly because I was pretty new to Reston. I wanted to meet other business owners in the area, and obviously get the word out. And I've gotten so much back from my membership. It's been so great to have such a strong community of people. And, my grand opening, pretty much 80% of the people at my ribbon cutting were chamber members. And it's been so awesome to have all of that support. It's kind of like a second family in Reston. So
yeah, it's not just about the members, it's about who they know too. And people they are. You're so super friendly. Well, hey, listen, Brittany, I hate to cut you off, but time flies when you're having fun, as I always say. Tell people how they can come see you.
We're right here in Reston Town Center on Market Street. We're open 7 days a week,
Oh, wow.
7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and then 8 to 8 on Sundays. So we can pretty much fit you in at any time of the day, any day of the week. Follow us on Instagram, see what we're up to. It's drybarshops_Reston. Check out our page on the Chamber website as well.
Yeah, we have all your information and contact though, and plus we'll scroll it up on the screen. Well, the lovely Brittany, thank you for joining me today. I was so excited to share what you're doing, and it was great to see you as always, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you so much.
Well, there you have it. Another fabulous business focus produced by the Greater Reston Chamber of Commerce. Thank you to my wonderful guests that stopped by today to share their stories. Charles Kapur with the Reston Chamber, sharing all about their upcoming awards for Chamber Excellence on June 8th. I hope to see you there. And then Mr. Steve Parker with the Harraseeket Foundation and all they're doing to pair businesses with students in high school so they can help imagine their future. I love it. And then last but not least, Brittany over at Dry Bar Reston Town Center, looking good. You can too. Go visit her. I'll see you all next time.